Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Josh, here with good old broski Tyler.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
That's me.
so
Oh wait, you can even see that. There we go.
you're so enthusiastic.
I got off work. I'm tired.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel that because I don't have a job, but I mean, like, okay, you don't have to do me like that. You don't have to do me like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, so in light of our reaction, we're going to do our own little breakdown. I got two cameras going just in case this doesn't go well. And don't mind him, he may phase in and out of existence due to the zoom background that we have here. Ooh. But yeah, this is for Godzilla vs. Kong, which is a film that we are so eagerly awaiting.
Yes.
Because it is now, since our reaction, what happened? It was like it's the fourth most liked trailer on YouTube.
As
right
of
below
February 1st.
Yeah, right below Spider-Man Far From Home, Infinity War, and Endgame, and surpassing Detective Pikachu.
That's good. It's competing with Marvel movies. That's pretty good.
I know!
That's a good sign.
That's like a miracle.
That's pretty good.
I know. And out of curiosity, I don't think we're any particular team, are we? Because there's Team Kong and there's Team Godzilla. I can't decide because, like, my heart is like Team Kong, but my soul says Team Godzilla.
What does your brain say?
What does my brain say? I don't know. My brain says...
Monkey.
Monkey. Monkey. Lizzie boy versus monkey.
Yes. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. I'm kind of...
What?
It's weird because, on the one hand, I think Kong's gonna end up winning just because of how everything's kind of geared in his favor. This is his second movie. He's kind of the underdog. He gets the axe. I don't know. I think it's geared more towards him to win. But then when you look at it, when you actually break it down and look at Godzilla versus Kong, like Godzilla can take a nuke. He took on Ghidorah and. He's impenetrable skin with the atomic breath, and he can swim. He's older. It's just like I feel like in a one-on-one, Godzilla would win most of the time. I mean, Kong kind of Kong needs a tool. He needs a handheld weapon of some kind. Because if you took no tools involved, and you just put Godzilla Kong one-on-one, no assistance whatsoever, then I think there's just really, Godzilla just takes the cake most of the time.
I mean, Kong is still faster on land, Godzilla's still faster underwater, so it's like, logically you think that.
So the terrain plays a part in this, but as we've seen in the trailer, it'll be a little bit of both.
Yeah. I mean, from what I heard, it seemed like, do you remember the first Rocky?
Yeah.
You're the Rocky fan. You're the first Rocky. Like, I feel like that's what it's going to be like for Kong. Like, he's going to lose technically, but he wins in terms of morale
So
in a certain way.
In the eyes of humanity, he's the winner, but then Godzilla's like, no.
Like Godzilla's going to beat him down, and then,
he won, but he didn't beat him type thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Right.
Anyway, so let's actually get started now. Let's get started with this trailer that is just absolutely stellar, lad. Let's share screen here.
Oh, we're doing stuff.
Yeah, we're doing stuff. All right.
Oh, that's neat. Oh.
You didn't know that Zoom could do this. You see, I shouldn't be saying that. You don't know. You don't use Zoom. Anyway, okay. So right off the bat, look at what we have here. We've got a shot of, so we got a mountain here, but then we have all the buildings, but it's an explosion. So you see here, hold on.
Oh.
Did you see the red? Did you see the red and look at that shape?
Wow, we are really doing this in depth. Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right.
You should look at the red and the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
the color of explosions.
yes, it is.
Ah.
No, but they're like abnormally red and yellow, not just like that usual orange color that you have. You see, you know. But like
Okay.
you see it in the so look at it, and then you see all like the yellow. There's like the yellow flashes.
Yellow.
So there's clearly some. So I mean, hint. If y'all are expecting a third threat, spoiler alert, there is, and you'll see him in a couple seconds. Hold on. 3, 2, bingo. Hold on, that's not a good shot. That's not a good shot.
Okay, that's
see, so there's the people here, but what's that up there? See?
Oh.
So that's a better shot. So you see him kind of. Look at that. He's moving. So you watch that in full motion. Look at that.
This is our only chance.
There you go, boys and girls and theys and gays and all of them. That's your shot. That's your money shot. That's Mechagodzilla. If you guys couldn't tell. You're not saying anything. What's up?
No, looks big.
He looks
Big and scary.
He just looks big and scary.
He don't look friendly.
Well, no, he doesn't.
No, those people look pretty scary now.
Yeah. So this is just for all, like, you know, for those of you who are just like casual moviegoers and whoever, for if you're watching this breakdown and you just can't get enough spoilers, which I know none of you do, or for those who are hardcore fans who already know, yeah, we're getting Mechagodzilla in this. You see the red there. You see kind of like a little bit of that dorsal spine right there. You can't see my mouse. I don't think you can see my mouse. But
Comment below if you can see the mouse.
oh boy. I'm a mouse. But this is a Warner Brothers movie.
We're gonna get copyright because of that. They'd be like, oh, nope, not good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
But whatever. Please don't copyright us. We need the views. But anyway, moving on. So we got a shot of them running. This is our only chance, so you get to see that. Raja Gonzalez.
We have to take it.
I have a curiosity. Is this serious? How big do you think this is? If he's like almost 400 feet tall, how big do you think this boat is?
I think I heard somewhere the ship was specifically designed for him. Like it was like, hey, we're gonna go get Kong. None of our ships are gonna work. We're gonna need a ship. We're gonna need something.
Yeah.
So wait, go back a little bit to the when we get the overshot of
Kong?
like over the ocean.
Over the ocean?
Yeah. See, that's an aircraft carrier.
And
that's his cargo ship. So he's just as big as that.
Oh wow. Huh.
So yeah, he's just that boat. It looks a little slightly. I don't know from this angle, but it looks like it could be a little bigger than an aircraft carrier. But yeah, if you put that Kong on that ship, it don't look like he
yeah.
He ain't gonna be too comfortable on that.
Good point. And then they have to make a big giant mega carrier just for that.
Well, yeah,
just for that one moment to
yeah.
carry the both of them.
Because aircraft carrier, that ship ain't gonna do it. They gotta get his own ship.
Yeah.
He's flying. He's sailing first class right there.
First class. Kong gets the real treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Real first class treatment. So going through back here. You get the Kong here, and then with the blue highlights, electricity flowing, you know. And then you get the Godzilla logo here where it's all blue with a little bit of that red.
No.
I like that.
Because there was that issue with Legendary and Warner Brothers, so it's kind of funny how they put one monster on each side.
Yeah.
Kind of symbolic.
I didn't
And it's
know.
cool how you have the painting of the people there too.
Well, yeah, it's either like there's either they're worshiping him or there's some kind of a conflict of like a conflict of interest, because if you think about it, Godzilla's not on our side in this universe. We're on his side. That's what people need to understand, is that there's there's definitely, no matter whether Godzilla is saving us or not, whether he's our savior or not, there's going to be that conflict of interest because Godzilla's motivations are completely different from our own. Whereas Kong kind of sympathizes more with human beings because
He's monkey.
Because
And
monkey.
we're monkeys.
Because monkey. Because he's always kind of had that underdog sympathy, tag to him. Representation of the softer side of, the humanity within the monster, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Continue.
Anyway, continuing. Look at that.
Ooh, look at that
So yeah, look at the set photos. Those set photos that we got wasn't for King Ghidorah. It was for Kong. But then again, we should have caught that because we should have caught that to begin with.
Ghidorah had his time to shine. He's done.
Yeah, he's based. Well, we'll get to that too. We'll get to that in a bit.
We need Kong.
There's Tarzan. I'll always remember him as Tarzan.
No wonder he's on Kong's side.
No, screw True Blood. I'll always remember him as Tarzan just because, he was in that one Tarzan movie, The Legend of Tarzan, that also had Samuel L. Jackson in it. So I'm just gonna see him, and then I'll also see Bill and Stellan in them too because, brother, father, Pennywise, Eric Selvig from the Thor movies. Yeah.
This guy looks at Kong and he's like, Father.
I mean, yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs and Marion C. Cooper, I guess, had that, thing there. Okay. Similar concepts of island adventure films, And there's the soldiers in the background. They're
those guns are gonna do anything.
Those guns are gonna do anything.
Where the bazookas at, bro?
I don't know, but even then, they still wouldn't do anything. At least now.
I feel a little more comfortable with the little rocket launcher.
I mean, you feel a little more comfortable. Not that it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's still small weapon. It's still small boy in comparison to a big monkey. But anyway,
The world needs him.
the world needs him
Stop what's coming.
to stop what's coming. I'm assuming this means Godzilla because that line stumps me every time I hear it. Every time I hear that line, it stumps me because I'm like, does he know what's happening?
Probably. I'm sure the whole world knows what's going on because it seems like I feel like what's going on after the last movie, Godzilla won and is king, but then obviously Mechagodzilla's, doing something. Humanity's also kind of tampering with forces they shouldn't be, which is I think why Godzilla's go on his little rampage around the world, and they're like, hey, we need Kong. I don't think they're just going to go grab Kong off Skull Island for no reason.
I mean, well, yeah.
I think it was, hey,
wrong.
Godzilla's, destroying the Earth. Let's get this guy over here to come help us out, type thing.
I heard an interesting connection that was from the last movie where Mark Russell, Kyle Chandler, was like, he said, what was it? It was the line where he goes, you use the wrong frequency on one of them, and you're going to be responsible for 1,000 San Franciscos.
Oh, see? There you go. And does that tie in with the fact that Mechagodzilla's going to have the orca or something like that?
Again, hopefully, we'll get to that too. We'll get to that too.
Okay.
We'll get to more of that.
Cool.
In a little bit.
Are we talking into this mic?
No, we're not talking into that
Oh,
mic. We're
okay.
talking into this mic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the webcam has its own built-in mic.
Fancy.
Yeah, I know. Well, sort of fancy. Anyway, continuing.
And this child. She's the only one who'll.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Kong
then we
is
got.
significantly bigger than
Yeah,
last
okay.
time.
So yeah, we got. I think her name is Jaya. We established that she in the reaction video. We established that in real life the actor here is deaf. So she had to speak through ASL,
That's cool.
sign language.
I like that. Well, isn't that how a lot of apes in real life, gorillas and stuff, and chimps, they'll speak through sign language too?
Yes.
I think I
Not
read that
very good sign language, but sign language nonetheless.
And even in the Rampage, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, it's something they do. So I
So
like
it's
how they add that into this to make it more
Yeah.
realistic-ish.
I also heard that there's going to be a little more focus on Godzilla, which doesn't make us...
In this one?
According to Adam Wingard, the director, in this one, there's going to be a little bit more of a focus on Godzilla, mainly because he's the one that's kind of causing all this.
Yeah.
Granted, there still has to be a little bit of that Kong thing because, all the backstory with the whole war and whatever, That's still going to be there. And he's holding a tree. Or at least...
Is he holding a tree?
Is it a tree or is it the axe?
Here, reverse a little bit. Are you sure he's holding it? Or is he just walking through trees and just...
It's,
Go backwards.
He could be...
Further. There you go. Wait, a little more. Okay. There you go. Right there. That's...
Okay. He's holding it. He's holding
he's
something.
definitely holding that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They had a bond.
Okay, so they had a
Yeah,
bond.
see, that's dope.
Yeah.
He's holding that.
I want to know what these colors are doing. I feel like this is a squashed color thing. I don't know what happened here. Like,
I think the little girl was just doing what kids do and was drawing with colors.
no, but like, do you notice? Do you see what I'm talking about? Hold on. Look at the colors. They're moving. They're like, because it's like,
I don't.
unless it's like they're
I think
underwater.
I think it's a rainy night on that ship, and the water is reflecting off the.
I mean, I guess it could be. I don't.
back up 2 seconds.
I just. It's. I don't.
I'm pretty sure that the water isn't magic and moving.
She had
Yeah, that's water reflecting off of a window.
Oh, okay. I was
Because in the next shot, we're gonna see it, raining at night.
Well,
so-
yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I got that idea. Okay, so Jai's gonna have this connection.
promised to protect her.
Promise to protect her. And then Kong's chained up.
Yeah, he's way bigger than he was in
God,
Skull
he's
Island.
huge. He's
So yeah, he's
huge.
definitely pushing. Wait, what is it? 350? I heard
350?
he was 350 and Godzilla was 393
They're-
feet tall.
I
And then
think, well, for judging by the later shots, he's pushing. They're both pushing 400.
yeah. Well,
They're like,
he was what 100 foot in Skull Island,
yep,
and he's had what 50 years.
yep.
So when you do the math, it's only about 5-6 feet a year he's growing.
That's still relatively fast considering that Godzilla took like. I mean, no, good point. He grew like 40 feet in the past 5 years. So I mean,
Well, Godzilla.
yeah.
Well, he also got boosted with radiation from the nukes and stuff. So
Good point.
I'm
You
sure that
divide
probably-
that up. It's like 40 feet per like 5 years between 2014 and 2019. It was like
8 feet a year.
8 to 9 feet a year. Okay, so Godzilla grows faster than Kong does.
Well, he's a reptile, and they keep growing. Reptiles keep growing.
Yay, zoology.
I'm sure they slow down at some point.
I mean, yeah, they do,
As
but
they
like,
slow down really like to where the growth isn't that exponential anymore. But like they still keep growing.
good point. Good point. Good point. We love zoology. It's like one of our passions, kind of. Not careers, but like hobbies.
It was-
passions. It was for a while.
For the first half of my life.
For the first halves of our lives.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Oh, rest in peace, Steve Irwin. Of course. Of course. All right, keep going. God, I love that. I love that so much. Everyone's like,
Everyone know you hear that and you're just like, oh, you know who it is.
a lot of people are like, a lot of people are saying, oh, Godzilla's just like, he can't help it. He's just swimming through and he's just minding his own business. No, this is deliberate, guys. This is absolutely a deliberate attack on the ships.
Because in the first Godzilla in 2014, in San Francisco he could have ran over in Hawaii too. He could have hit the boats, but he never did.
He could have hit the boats. I mean, he didn't. So this is deliberate, guys. This is a deliberate. And a lot of people are like so mad that like, oh, Godzilla's not evil in this universe. Look, can we at least, if you're a hardcore fan, can we at least be thankful that we're getting a destructive Godzilla for once
He's been
in this universe?
He's
Like,
been benevolent in the last two movies, so now we get the
we get the angry Godzilla this time for once in this universe.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so happy we're getting that.
We get Angry Boy.
We get big angry boy. And then of course there's that whole theory of like,
He was on fire before. I think those were just previous like explosions on him.
yeah, because like if you notice, in the last shot, he ran through. Hold on. He ran through the ship. That's gonna cause some debris, you know? He's gonna get debris on his back. So, I mean, you'd think that, like, if they're gonna shoot at him, they're gonna, like, you know, there's gotta be at least some fire, some debris. I also, you know, did realize that, oh yeah, this is kind of a thing where, like, hold on. So, you know, like how he's on fire. This is kind of like a tribute to all the different times in, like, the Showa films, the original Godzilla films, you know, from 54 to 75. 1954 to 1975, where, like, all the little moments where the Godzilla suit would catch on fire.
Oh.
So this is, I almost feel like this is kind of a tribute to that. Some people like to use the argument of, like, so there's the logical argument of the plot as to, like, there's the, you know, the logical theory, aka the pissed off Godzilla theory, versus the fan service theory, aka the fake Godzilla theory, where in that theory, this is a fake Godzilla, because everyone's like, oh, this can't be the real Godzilla, he's not actually evil. But then there's the logical theory where it's like, you know, he's being controlled by something, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as we, you know, get to that.
And
part.
honestly, with control, it's not like someone's telling him what to do. It's control. It's
manipulating.
manipulating.
It's manipulation. It's manipulating his mind. It's a
yeah.
It's a biopsychosocial manipulation of his, you know.
Biopsych. What? It's a big word.
I took Psych 101. I went to college. And I'm still going to college, but you know, we love community college. But anyway, so there's that, and then incoming. So then people, and then there's the whole thing of like, oh, the tail looks metallic, and it's like, well, this is also a lighting thing.
Yeah.
Also, would Mechagodzilla's tail really look like this if it was such a good skin?
I think I heard, like, the director himself was saying that it wasn't this wasn't Mechagodzilla. It's Godzilla versus Kong.
Did you actually hear this?
I think so.
Where did you hear this?
I follow a Godzilla page on Facebook.
Oh, wow. A Godzilla page?
It's like the Monsterverse or whatever.
Oh.
So, I think they posted it on that Facebook page or something.
Oh, cool.
The
That's
director
right.
himself was saying, no, it's not. It's someone did, or like one of the higher ups was saying, it's not Mechagodzilla in this. It's Godzilla versus Kong. Like all those scenes are Godzilla.
Okay. Cool. Which you know, it. Again, it's really awesome that we're getting a destructive Godzilla. Not evil necessarily, but provoked, destructive, angry, enraged. Blinding fury of 1,000 suns. Anyway.
Stepped on a Lego.
Yeah.
And now he's pissed.
It's also, if you didn't notice the tail here, it's kind of a reference to Shin Godzilla. Remember that opening part where the tail of, like, the first form of... Okay, never mind. For those of you who don't know, Shin Godzilla was a Japanese Godzilla movie, a traditional Japanese Godzilla movie. Came out 2016. And in that movie, he takes on different forms because he's not really a reptile. He's not really anything. He starts off as a tadpole.
That was odd.
And yeah, it was really weird. But it was interesting. It was cool. I think it was, instead of the 98 Godzilla where it was less, Shin Godzilla was, you know, you got more instead of less. Mm-hmm. And then one of the first moments when when tadpole form, sticks his tail out of the water and it waves around like this. See? Look at it. It waves around. It's a nice little callback. Isaac Gonzalez.
Okay.
I know you have a girlfriend, but I'm single. Sorry.
Watch out, ladies.
Shut up. Anyway. But yeah, she's done well the past couple movies that she was in. Hobbs and Shaw. Bloodshot, if anyone remembers that movie. I didn't see Baby Driver, but apparently she was good in that. So anyway. I love the shot of Kong.
He's like, oh.
He's like,
oh
shit.
Something's in the water.
I think there's something in the water. I don't know. He's so concerned, though. He's like, I'm so worried. I love the expressions they get on all these monsters' faces in all these movies. It's so good.
Adds more character.
So much character. I don't care if it's motion capture or not. If it's motion capture or if it's just straight CG, they always manage to get such great character out of these monsters. Keep going. All right. So he looks in the water like the TV spot. This whole moment is so good.
That's pretty
Oh my god.
You got a lot of momentum to push.
Got a lot of momentum.
Like
He's like a goddamn crocodile.
Jeez.
That's what that's what I've always been comparing this to. It's like a crocodile versus a gorilla. Or if you want to put it in like prehistoric terms, it would be like a Gigantopithecus fighting a Sarcosuchus.
I don't know how much of your audience is gonna know that.
I know, but like, for those of you who don't know, I'm a dinosaur nerd as well, which is partially why I enjoy these movies so much. And it's just like, I think nowadays they're called paleo nerds. But yeah.
And on that Godzilla, the Goji Center, like the YouTube channel, they're saying this flips the boat over and that Kong lands in the water.
Oh, shit.
That's what they were saying.
That would be...
I don't know if it's true, but
goodness.
that was their analysis.
That would be insane.
He's gonna end up in the water somehow.
He's gonna end up in the water, you already know.
I think there's a scene where he looks a little moist, a little wet.
A little moist. Well, yeah, that's when he goes for the punch. We'll get to that.
It's Godzilla.
Here we go. So then he goes up. Electricity. There's like a little bolts of electricity coming out.
I think that's just what happens when you break a boat.
I mean, well, it's also, but like, you could argue that for a whole Mechagodzilla theory, which is, I think it has probably been disproven by this point. But at the same time, I also looked up, there is arresting gear on most aircraft carriers, which is kind of like, they're like wires that help for like liftoff, and they like, you know, there's also electricity flowing through the whole ship, so maybe that's the case. Why there's like bolts of electricity coming out of Godzilla's hands every time he grips the ship.
And what I was saying earlier, how like the aircraft carrier was in the background, so they're on this ship right now. They transported Kong in a ship bigger to fit him on, but then in this brief moment, they're both, you know, Kong probably falls in the water after Godzilla flips the boat or something like that. He breaks that boat, so then Kong probably gets onto this one, and then Godzilla climbs on. They fight briefly.
If that's the case, then why would they need this ship at
I
all?
don't know,
Why would they need such a huge ship?
Military escort? I don't know.
Good lord.
In case Godzilla happens, but that doesn't really do anything.
That's
like, what heathens do in all
I don't
the
know.
movies. They bring the military in just to die.
Just to die. That's a waste of a ship then. But still. So he goes in, slams down, and then there's this part. There's like little, hold on. Look, maybe you saw the little bolt of electricity there.
I think that's just the boat blowing up.
Like that. There's that little spot right there.
I
know it's
think
just
it's just the boat. I think that's what it is.
I know it's just the boat. Again, arresting gear. Look up arresting gear. And also Google, do aircraft carriers have electricity? Because apparently they do. Well, yes, they do, because they need to power it.
Because they run, some of the stuff runs on electricity.
Yes. I know. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Oh, so the punch. Boom! The punch! He comes in. Freaking, God, what is that? A right hook from left field. Totally just, God, knocks him into the next oblivion.
Godzilla eats it.
He eats that shit. Look at that.
Oof.
Good lord.
It's a solid punch.
And look at Kong. So Kong, he goes up and he's almost as tall as Godzilla is. So they're both really pushing that 400-foot mark in their height. Which means Kong must have taken some, radioactive roids when he was when he had to go into the Hollow Earth. Just for him to grow that big.
Yeah, he needs the advantage.
Yeah. So he takes that. And then he goes in and he pushes him in.
Off.
He lifts him off.
Yeah.
He lifts him into the air and then
And shoves him off.
shoves him off the ship.
This is my boat.
That is insane.
It's Kong's boat.
Oh my god.
I'm almost willing to bet that Kong's gonna pick Godzilla off the ground completely at least one point in the movie. He's gonna
Well, of
pick
course,
him up and throw him or something.
there's going to be, in terms of like making references to the original King Kong versus Godzilla, 1962, they're going to have to make at least 2 references. Number 1, lifting him up and off the ground, doing like a sort of attitude adjustment kind of thing. Number 2, some kind of a tree being shoved down Godzilla's throat reference.
Well, he gets smacked with an axe later. I think that's pretty. That's
I mean,
bad
I
enough.
guess. I don't know. He
upgraded from a tree pulled out of the ground to an axe. I think that's good enough.
I guess. Sure. And those are military grade enough. And then, boom! Those hairy cheeks got... those hairy cheeks got singed. Alright, so this guy, apparently, this is Damien Bichir, I believe is his actor name. He's supposed to be Isaac Gonzalez's father, uncle, brother, relative. He's supposed to be related to her in some way. Mm-hmm. We don't know yet, but, here he says, these are dangerous times.
Dangerous time.
Oh! Here's like a money shot, in a way. Not a money shot in terms of like, spectacle, getting punched in the face or having the axe thrown down or any of the other amazing shots, amazing visuals that they have in this. But this, in terms of like key to the story, this is a money shot here. Spoilers, potential spoilers. Shunoguri, who is very big in anime in Japan, makes his Hollywood debut in this film as Dr. Serizawa's son.
The son he never knew he had.
Well, I guess.
According to us.
He gets... it's kind of like Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, yeah, when they just
where they kind of threw in... Son. They kind of threw in John Boyega as Idris Elba's son. Yeah. So, hopefully this plays out better, but I'm also getting weird Kylo Ren vibes.
Just because his hair is off to the side.
Well, excuse me. I don't know. He's more modern, I guess. But there's things of, like, either he's going to be the good guy and he's going to be like, no, Apex shouldn't be doing this. Or he works for Apex and he's going to be the kind of guy who's, like, getting revenge on his father for, like, I guess, his father having a quote-unquote family, if you want to call having a wife and a single child a family.
Yeah.
And then I guess he
goes. A lot of people.
Sorry, no disrespect. No disrespect. My apologies. But like his father, I guess Ken Watanabe, Ishiro Serizawa goes out and is like, "This is so much bigger than we are. I'm going to focus on the monsters because they are more with the nature, keeping everything in balance." That's the goal here. So maybe I should just make a sacrifice, leave the family stuff behind and go off and do my research.
I feel like
take Vivian Graham under my wing in the 2014 film and then kind of go with the rest of everything else.
I feel like I don't know, maybe he's for Godzilla. Like this is literally the only shot in the whole trailer of him.
I know. But if we're leading to believe like recent film plot cliches, then we're going with the fact that the possibility that he's evil, not the fact because we don't know yet.
But then you already have the guy from the last movie. He's already kind of the established bad guy who's kind of against humanity.
But he's not in this movie.
He's not?
He's not in this movie.
What?
He's not on the cast list.
What the hell? How are you gonna make him out to be the baddie and like, we'll take the head of Ghidorah at the end of the movie and not put him...
It's trafficking Titan DNA just because
to make profit.
Just to make profit. Just because he like does that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna like... He has this plot, but then of course it fails. So like,
So I still think, in terms of Mechagodzilla, I still think it's gonna be the skeleton of the other Godzilla from the 2014 movie.
Speaking of which...
That skeleton.
Yeah.
Dagon, I think is the name.
Yeah,
and
Dagon.
They're going to combine that with the Ghidorah head from the end credit scene of King of the Monsters, and that's going to be the foundation for Mechagodzilla.
So yeah, Speaking of which, you look at that. You look behind Ren. There we go. The schematics
Yeah, so,
for Mechagodzilla.
yeah,
And
so-
if you can't tell, there is little like bones. You can see like a little rib cage in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, in a weird sort of way, this is gonna be like an amalgamation of like every Mechagodzilla since
No, it's
1974.
kinda cool. It's got a name.
With the exception of the whole fake Godzilla thing, because if you didn't know, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the original movie, did play off that concept of like, oh, we're going to have a fake Godzilla first, and then the real Godzilla is going to come and fight him in a giant oil rig. I don't think they're going to be playing off of that, though. They are going to play off the fact that he's evil, but they're not going to, because that original Mechagodzilla was definitely evil.
And they could be, the whole purpose of Mechagodzilla in the movie could be, hey, we're creating this kaiju as kind of a way to eliminate the other kaijus or keep them in line.
Yeah.
And then he goes rogue.
Yeah, so it's
because of the
going to be
Ghidorah
like,
head
he's
inside.
not like the original, 70s Mechagodzilla, who's just evil because he's for the sake of being evil and he's from outer space. And he's not going to be like, Mechagodzilla 2/Super Mechagodzilla or Kiryu, where it's like, we're created by the JSDF, the Japanese Self-Defense Force, to take care of Godzilla whenever he attacks us. And we're just good for the sake of being good. This Mechagodzilla, I think, could potentially be like a false savior thing.
Possibly, yeah.
Y'all remember Syndrome from The Incredibles? When he's explaining how he's like, oh yeah, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be. Think about it. Just think about that concept for a second.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. But anyway, yeah, we got the skeleton here. That's like Kiryu. Apparently, hopefully, I swear to God, if this is actually called Project Kiryu, I'm gonna go ape shit. Cause fan service, cause lore, decent fan service, lore. It's I would love that. Because, same concept. They used the skeleton of the 1954 Godzilla to create Kiryu. So they're going to do the same thing with Dagon's skeleton from the 2014 movie in the Philippines. So they'll use that, build this Mechagodzilla, and yeah. They'll have King Ghidorah's brain inside, which, if they have King Ghidorah's brain, they can have contact to his orca frequency so that they can throw Godzilla off. And, just constantly have him see red the whole movie. Where's Ghidorah? Where's Ghidorah? That's my plot thing, and that's how they're gonna. Yeah, that's my general assumption for the plot. My prediction. Anyway, I love this shot.
A lot of people are complaining that Godzilla's not taller than the buildings, but I think these buildings are just tall. And
No,
that's
these buildings are really
geez,
tall.
are those-
Buildings that are in Hong Kong and Dubai, they're huge. Half of these buildings are twice as tall as the Empire State Building ever was.
That's really neon. Good
And it's
God.
also really neon.
Wow, is that really how it is? Or is that just for the purpose of the movie? Jeez.
It could just be the purpose for the movie, or for the purpose of the movie. I don't know. I mean, it just seems, I don't know. It's a lot.
He looks cool in the shot, but dang.
I
bright.
do believe a big part of the reason is, number one, they picked the most neon city they could think of. Number two, they accentuated all of the neon by adding a whole bunch of different super bright colors that probably aren't there in real life, just to be we still have a nighttime shot, but just to compensate, we'll have all these colors in there to kind of balance it out a little bit so you can still see the fight that's happening.
That would suck if you lived in those rooms. You get no light. You get no darkness.
You just get no
this is
darkness.
bright all the time.
You're staying awake at night God damn it.
It's so green.
It's so green.
Wow.
It's all green. I can't see anything else. It's so funny. All right.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
So that kind of right there. That
Just
shows
watch all the other movies. He has plenty of reasons why he can destroy humanity. He just didn't choose to until now. Because Ghidorah's brain. Because Mechagodzilla. because balance. Anyway, so apparently, Mark Russell is like, Kyle Chandler, Mr. Saturday Night
Daddy
or Friday
himself.
Night, Daddy himself, Friday Night Lights, Mr. douchey guy from Kong or Peter Jackson's King Kong with the comb and the mustache.
That's
guy.
cool. They brought him in. How they're tying it in.
I know he's
Kinda
been in
cool.
2 Godzilla movies and 2 Kong movies simultaneously. It's
Cool.
like this is awesome. But yeah, apparently you can't read this, but it's supposed to say it's an Apex facility. Like Kong attacks nuclear power. Like
Kong?
no, not Kong. Gosh darn it.
I was like,
Godzilla. No, it's a Pensacola, Florida is attacked by Godzilla because it's an Apex like power plant,
so he's going
nuclear
after
facility.
Apex. He's targeting it.
Not only is he coming back for Apex, but he's also looking for energy because his house blew up, and by his house I mean his temple.
Oh yeah. Well,
Serizawa, when trying to recharge him with the nuclear bomb, his temple blew up. Now he doesn't really have much of a place to go for, recharging, other than everywhere else in the Hollow Earth. But that doesn't,
Oh, he's everywhere else.
But like, there's nuclear energy.
We're pushing an hour. We're pushing 40 minutes right now.
Yeah,
We're doing
I know.
a lot of editing.
Yeah, I know.
There needs to be.
I love this. Just more, reasons to be like. More reasons to be like,
I like the design on his spikes.
I know.
I like the design. It's cool.
Again, a lot of people are like, oh, his atomic energy is a different color, a different hue of blue here than it is in the final shot. It's not real Godzilla. I think it's because of the nuclear energy thing. I think the more nuclear energy he takes in, the brighter his nuclear aura becomes.
If you compare the final shot to this, to the first time we see it in 2014, like, it looks completely different. Before, I feel like I kind of like the evolution of his breath has kind of changed. Like in the very first Godzilla in 1954.
Yeah, why?
Like it was like misty and stuff like that. And then in 2014, it was kind of more like a smoke type of thing.
Yeah,
instead of a solid beam, it was more like a smoke beam type thing.
It wasn't as concentrated.
Yeah, and even in King of the Monsters, when he kind of blows out, it's more fiery. It's not as smoky. It's more like a fire type thing.
This is like a beam.
And then now it's kind of progressively getting
and
getting
I do
better.
think that the more energy he gets, the lighter shade of blue it becomes, the more turquoise it is.
Cool.
If he can change from turquoise to burning fiery red in the last movie from a nuclear overload, kind of like in Godzilla vs. Destroya, because that's what it was a callback to, then I'm pretty sure he can go from dark blue to turquoise, just from nuclear intake, nuclear consumption.
He's a colorful boy.
He's a very colorful boy. And a lot of people are like Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla vibes here. Some people are like GMK vibes, because that's really awesome.
He's hurting people and we don't know.
So happy. Ooh, here we go. See? Nuclear cover-up. Nuclear cover-up. He's going around taking energy. UN vetoes Godzilla. Look at all this. Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yes.
Godzilla attack claims lies.
This is Antarctica a no-go.
Antarctica a no-go. Huh. Interesting.
Well, because that was where Ghidorah was.
Good
Ghidorah,
point.
My bad. Ghidorah.
So Godzilla and Apex connection. Godzilla attack number 3. Godzilla. I don't know what that says. Godzilla sighting. Okay. Attack. Godzilla attack facility number 6. So yeah, what's next? Apex facility. Gosh darn it, Tyler.
Yeah.
Apex facility, government building, water facility, mall, and no, something and mall. But basically just a building in a mall, I guess. So yeah, these are all just different clues that are hinting at the whole, whatever. And Monarch stumped as to Godzilla's motives. Don't know what that picture's for. Also, look at this lizard. I bet you this lizard represents Godzilla's current. Yeah.
So he's gonna go from
his
there
current
all
position.
the way to Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's gonna be all around the world, and if his position right is here in Brazil, guess who's in Brazil?
Tell me.
Behemoth.
Behemoth.
But from the last movie,
He must be big.
he's the. Do you not remember him?
No, he's the sloth.
He's the sloth mammoth guy.
Mammoth-looking
He's the
thing.
mammoth ground sloth hybrid guy from the last
Weird,
movie.
Odd choice for design. But
Oh, but it was cool. It was
cool.
interesting.
See more of him.
So, for those of you who are expecting Kong to fight Behemoth, Kong's already got enough on his plate. Godzilla's fighting him.
That'd be cool. Get other monsters in this.
I do think they're going to be like, oh shit, Godzilla's in Brazil. Behemoth is in
but-
Brazil. We're going to have to, like, go find a way. And then by the time they get to Brazil or something, there might be a little brief moment of, like, oh, Godzilla might kill Behemoth.
But didn't Behemoth bow to him?
Yes.
So why would he kill him?
Why would he kill him? Because he's constantly seeing Ghidorah.
But that doesn't.
Because, alpha, frequencies, orca frequencies.
But I feel like he would know. He'd be able to decipher. You're not making that sound.
I
You're
know.
not making that sound.
I mean, I guess he just has PTSD from fighting Ghidorah. Especially after killing him.
We'll have to see.
Excuse me. And expelling all that energy that he did. But I do think he's gonna... If Behemoth shows up in this movie, which there are toys that suggest that he does, that are a part of the GVK line of Playmates toys,
Do we get other toys?
then he's
too?
gonna... hopefully. I mean, we get
Do we get that? What was that mountain guy?
Methuselah.
He's pretty big.
I know.
I don't know why he's. I don't know why
He's named after the...
challenged
He's
Godzilla.
named after the oldest figure... The oldest human figure in the Bible, who lived to be, like, 169 or something. No, it was like... He was really old. A really old human being, apparently. But yeah. Definitely Godzilla's fighting Behemoth in this one, I think. Either he's gonna fight him or he's gonna...
Definitely think.
Yeah.
We definitely think.
He's in Brazil.
Come
on, man.
Other things from Brazil.
It's just he has an outpost
Maybe
there.
he's getting a Brazilian wax down there. Who knows?
Okay. Like he has anything to wax. But anyway.
There is something provoking him that we're not.
Ah, yes.
So something's provoking that we're not.
Something's
seeing.
provoking him that we're not seeing. So Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things and the last movie. Yep, she's back. Then we get Deadpool 2 kid, Russell. Apparently his name is Josh Valentine, which I love because, number one, that's my name.
Minus the Valentine.
Well, Valentine is our great-great-grandfather's first name.
Oh really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
My mind is blown.
I know. That's just a little fun fact about us. That's just a little brief fun fact about us. But anyway. Oh, he's also wearing a Judas Priest shirt in this movie.
Oh wow.
I'm a heavy metal fan, if you couldn't tell.
He likes his metals.
Sabotage.
Iron. Gold.
80s metal band. I
Silver.
love
He likes his metal.
it. Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, all of that. Freaking Merciful Fate, all that stuff. Except, yeah, alright.
Seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
So Brian Tyree Henry from...
Is that the legendary logo in the background right now?
That's what I thought! That's what I thought!
Pretty
Oh my
similar
god,
to
that's
it.
exactly what I
You're
thought.
putting your own product placement of your brand in your own movie.
That's
Can
so
you
funny.
even do that?
I guess. I don't know. Unless it's like a symbol in like Hong Kong or something.
maybe.
That's where they are.
That's
They're
what
in
it
like a
looks like.
bar. Kind of reminds me of,
Are they-
Tom Hiddleston's role in Kong Skull Island in that scene where he's talking with John Goodman.
We still have 30 seconds left of this. It's
Yeah.
taking so long.
Yeah, but anyway, that's Brian Tyree Henry. He's from Atlanta, and he was Miles Morales' dad in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that's a little fun fact.
The same opinion.
Hollow Earth. So here we go. We got this shot of Kong.
Are you sure?
Look at the. I mean, I think.
that's like. Skull Island had that eternal storm going around it.
I heard that Skull Island was destroyed.
What?
That's what I heard.
What the heck?
I heard
Wait,
that.
what?
I heard that's
This
just.
is how?
I don't know if it's
What?
true or not, but I heard that Skull Island was going to be
Excuse me?
destroyed
We're just gonna destroy an island real quick
because of that newspaper thing in the in the
Well,
credits of King of the Monsters.
Well, they said all like
They said the new Titans are going to come and they're going to
converge towards
towards Skull Island.
So it's still there, hopefully.
But still, there's activity. There's seismic activity happening on Skull Island.
We're just gonna destroy this island because we can.
So I think, either this is Skull Island or it's the Hollow Earth. I don't know which.
I think later on it's I don't know. It doesn't matter. Keep playing.
Also, just that leap this leap that he does. It's when he comes down and he has the. I don't know why. I don't know why. I love this shot.
You can just jump.
I really love this shot.
You can jump.
And then the handprint. So look at these. We got old Kong. We got old Monkey. The eighth wonder of the world himself, Big Monkey. And there we go. There's Hollow Earth because this is
The entrance,
mountains in the sky.
entrance into one or something.
Yeah. And of course, here's the Heave, which is like a little anti-gravity Hollow Earth thing.
Cool.
The meme is like, oh, Gamera. Because look at the jets. I would love... I don't think they can... I don't think Legendary or Warner Brothers consulted with Daiei ever, because they only are working with Toho. So I don't think they have the rights to Gamera, unfortunately.
Damn.
If they did, they would have told us.
That would
But that would be so awesome if they brought Gamera into this.
He's in the sequel.
I mean, like, Kong's getting his own stuff, Godzilla's getting his own stuff, Ultraman's getting his own stuff.
But
Why can't we get
Gamera's-
Gamera? Where's Gamera's stuff?
Where's the love for Gamera?
Come on. He has his own theme song, for God's sake. Anyway.
There was a war.
Oh, yes.
Oh, see how it...
Yes.
See how his
It
axe,
glows.
It glows as he
It
gets
glows. I heard a weird rumor that was like, oh, this is a bone from a Muto.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
well, that
like,
would make sense.
would it though?
Well,
Do Mutos have bones? I thought they were just parasites. They were just huge parasites that would, like, you know... Because, you know, the Muto Prime impregnated Dagon with the two Mutos from the 2014 film, and then they hatched in... You know, they hatched in, what, the Philippines in 1999 or something, according to these movies. So, like, I always thought that, like, I don't know, I never would have thought that they had bones.
maybe.
They could have, though. I have no idea.
That's kind of cool. He
And
gets,
of course-
gets the axe. I think it's got a
God,
dorsal
so good.
plate of some kind.
Hopefully, you know, it's an ancestral thing.
That'd be cool.
And of course, there's the dorsal plate right there of Godzilla dorsal plate. Looking like Thor, like a badass. And of course, the vehicle's back here. There's the blue lighting here. If you can tell, there's a lot of smoke. From a design perspective, this is a great shot, but it's also kind of a weird shot because it's very, very smoky. There's a lot of gray kind of covering all this blue and this yellow up. But you can tell that it's like the blue lines curve a little bit, so they're definitely in some kind of a cave or
This is
a
probably
Hollow
the
Earth
Hollow
thing.
Earth.
This is the Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
If they're
It's
flying
probably-
these ships.
Hollow Earth.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The Warbats. The Nozukis.
Jeez.
There's two of these, and they're both bigger than him.
They're
I
long-
thought
they're
they're
longer
longer,
than him.
than him, and they have a larger wingspan. These things are freaking huge. I expected there to be like multiple numbers of these, and having them be a lot smaller. No, there's two of them, and they're freaking huge.
Well, maybe there's like Mama and Dada, and then there's
He
babies.
beat not to be crass or vulgar, but he beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Looks pretty
God, I
accurate.
love
Looks
it.
pretty accurate.
Ah, it's so good, and this is definitely Hollow Earth, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why they'd be on Skull Island unless they came out of one of those vents.
Maybe.
I don't know. Boom! And the Venom though.
The green venom.
The green Venom. It reminds me of
Alien.
Reptilicus.
Oh my gosh.
You know, James Rolfe. Here comes the green shit. Oh, not the green shit. I love it. God, the references, man. I don't think it's actually a reference, but that'd be cool if it was. Because they have like venom in their wings or something. It's like acid. It's so cool. Green slime.
No.
And they're the last ones standing.
And they're the last one standing. There's that axe. And there's a daytime shot. I know that for a like there has to be at least one of these shots that isn't going to be in the movie because that's usually how trailers work. I think, from what I've seen from experience of watching all these. There always has to be at least one shot that isn't in the final product. I have a weird feeling that it's going to be this one.
Oh, I want the shot. No, I think this one's.
I mean, this is
I think
it's
in the
such
movie.
a good shot, though. Like, it could be in
great
the movie.
shot, yeah.
It could be in the movie. It
Oh, it's
couldn't,
gonna be in
but
the movie.
like, it'd be. Yeah, it's such a good shot, and it would also promise us at least some kind of a confrontation, so to speak, in the daytime, after Hong Kong's already been destroyed.
Well, then that would also show that the the downward axe at the end wouldn't be that's not going to hurt him too bad.
Well, I
If
mean,
this
yeah.
is shot
If that's the
afterwards.
case, I mean, it probably isn't going to be hurt him too bad.
I can't reach it for greatness because I'm
Oh, he's
Wait,
pissed.
hold on.
What?
Go back a little bit.
What? What are you looking for? Because he's not holding. What are you looking for?
It didn't look like he was holding the axe.
He's
Well,
not. See, look, he's not holding the axe in this one. It's
He's
weird.
gonna box Godzilla. He said knuckles.
He's
He said knuckle up.
He's Rocky. He is Rocky
He
Balboa.
uses the axe. I didn't hear no bell.
He is Rocky Balboa, and in a weird sort of way, you could say Godzilla is either Clubber Lang or Ivan Drago.
I think Drago.
Is he more Drago?
Drago's more
or
of a
is he
bigger
more-
threat.
Okay. Are you sure about that? I thought Clubber Lang was slightly tougher, but I don't know.
I mean, he had the tougher attitude, but like Rocky. Why are we talking about Rocky? Let's talk about Godzilla.
I know.
Talk about
just-
Rocky afterwards.
I know, but still. Well, we're not going to talk about Rocky anymore, I don't think. You got to stick to this.
it's because I'm built from it.
One. We got toys of these, I think. We got a toy release. They're called Hellhawks. I thought they were the Psycho Vultures from the Skull
Hellhawks,
Island Birth of
Psycho
Kong
Vultures.
comic book.
Coming up with
But I think this is these are the Hellhawks, so to speak, according to the toys. And again, in the Hollow Earth, look at the blue lines. God, those colors are so crushed. Thanks, D-Man. Thanks for I can use that term now. I don't know if I can use it, but whatever. Okay, print of Godzilla plus monolith over here in the bottom corner.
oh, is that what that is?
I think so. Yeah,
cool.
it's weird. I think Kong's gonna go on a little bit of a quest here.
Well, yeah, it's got.
It's gonna be like a sword in the stone kind of a thing.
That's how video games work. You start off weak, you go through side quests, and then you get power ups.
And you get I guess he might get a dorsal plate from the ground.
Maybe.
If this is a print of Godzilla on the ground. And there's
That's cool.
a little bit more of that. At first I thought it was he was stepping on Godzilla's head, but then I looked back and I was like, oh, it's just an imprint.
That's a huge drawing, though. Like
That is a big drawing. That
that's
is
a huge
insane.
drawing. If Kong is 350, 400, and he's standing on like that, big drawing.
Someone theorized it was probably like a Godzilla who decomposed and just kind of went into the
Maybe,
ground after a while.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Like the original Godzilla or something like that.
Probably, maybe. Who knows? And then he just kind of became a symbol on the ground. I love this shot.
Oh, look at his face.
Dude, that's insane.
He's like, what?
What? God, their faces,
Come on, Godzilla,
man.
well, why don't you put your hands up?
Boom! And just
Oh
look
my
at
gosh.
look at that. That's his fists. His fists
Wow.
pound into the side of Godzilla's neck.
He's like, whoosh.
Good lord! And if you can't see at the bottom right here over by the blue building, that's the axe.
Where?
That's the axe right there.
Oh.
Yeah, see? That's the axe
He
launched into the building.
He said, hold my axe.
Hold my axe, building. Yeah, hold this.
That's cool. Jeez. The force behind
That is a
it.
huge.
Godzilla's gonna take a
Oh my
lot
God.
of punches. He's gonna take
He's
a
gonna
lot of punches this
Take
movie.
a lot of abuse in this. They both are. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're both gonna take a lot of abuse in this. Okay,
She's-
her hair is graying. I don't know why.
gosh.
And then she looks like she's in a control room. I'm assuming this is gonna be she's either gonna be with Serizawa, with Ren Serizawa. Look at that! Ah,
looks
good.
like Mechagodzilla.
That's the schematic right there.
Yeah.
What do you know?
So she ends up in the room.
She ends up in the room where Mechagodzilla is, I guess, quote unquote, being controlled or operated or something. Wherever. I don't know. Maybe if it's in the chest cavity. I don't know.
That's cool.
Who knows? But yeah, there's like the metal right there, and yeah.
I kind of like how in the movie in the movie itself there's like a Team Kong Godzilla. Like she's Team Godzilla
And then like
and her dad, and then you have the people on the boat from earlier who are kind of Team Kong.
quote unquote, just
That's kind of cool how you have kind of both
yeah,
in the movie itself.
pretty much. Fall.
Calm down.
And then
Oh, he looked sad.
I swear
not having a good day.
I swear if the rumors are true that if Jaya dies,
Oh, little girl.
if those are true,
Oof.
I might cry and I might
Kong-
be mad.
Kong's gonna go like Super Saiyan.
He might.
She's gonna turn gold, turn that golden Orzaru.
If you couldn't tell, Tyler's a DBZ fan. He's a Dragon Ball Z fan. So yeah, he's Monarch. He's definitely Monarch with that symbol there. He's crying, maybe because Jaya's dead. Hopefully not, but I'm gonna cry if that happens. Because that would suck.
Tears will be shed.
Tears will be shed if that happens. But anyway, that's just a little thing. Don't know where he is. Just he's crying. He's got a monarch thing
He's
on.
in pain.
He's in pain. That's all we know.
Like we all are.
Kong bows to no one. Kong bows to no one.
Well, I don't think he's had anyone to bow to.
Good point.
He's been on Skull Island this whole time. I don't think there's anyone.
Skull Island is surrounded by a storm, a perpetual storm system.
He's been trapped on that island. I don't think he's had anyone to bow to.
He's only really had the Iwi natives to kind of just bow to him, so he hasn't really bowed to anyone before. So there's this running shot. He's holding the axe. Jumps off the building. He jumps. He like ricochets or like rebounds off the building. Parkours it. Why is that building not taken down from his feet?
Well, hold on.
And then, of course, he has to have taken a shot from Godzilla from here because look at all that smoke.
Oh, he's smoking.
He's smoking off of his shoulder.
He
got scorched from Godzilla's nuclear atomic breath.
So he's like, oh, can't take that again, so I'm going to use my axe this time like a smart boy.
Pretty much. Yep. So then we come in, crushed colors. Boom! Look at that. Holy shit.
I'm surprised he thought.
He said he blocked that somehow. It's such a good shot. Despite, again, the crushed colors. But, like, it's such a good shot. Godzilla's able to focus that beam and, and then Kong's just, like, looking like Mario.
Yeah.
Looking like
Donkey Kong looking at.
Donkey Kong looking at. I love the Donkey Kong versus Bowser memes. Those are so good. And then, of course, in the background there, he's got all the buildings. Such a good shot of his face. Oh my god. CG in the mouth is a little weird, but it's the overall shot of the face. Oh my god. My god, they put some serious work into this.
Well, they've had, an additional year since COVID to do this?
I mean,
to kind of add stuff to it?
So much great detail in the aesthetic and the textures of his face. It's so good.
Texture of the gums.
Texture of the gums. It's like...
Look at that tongue. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Tyler. Okay. And then comes down. Look at that. Look, and boom! Look at that.
It goes white right before he hits him. You go back.
Possible ricochet, maybe?
Like, you don't actually see the impact. It kind of goes white first. So that's probably an editing thing. They didn't want to show it.
I guess, but... Yeah.
That's because I've always trying to look like... I've been trying to look for the direct moment impact, but there's like a blinding flash of light before it happens.
It's probably like one of those weird things that they always do in these movies, and it's the same kind of thing they did with Voldemort and Harry Potter in Deathly Hallows, where they do the back and forth thing, so it's kind of like an impact of that, because an energy impact...
I think the axe is going to get destroyed at this point. It's charged up, hits Godzilla square in the head. I think it's going to break.
Unless it's like close enough to his mouth where it just kind of explodes out of nowhere.
Watch him eat it. Let's catch it with
it with his mouth. Oh my god, that would suck.
And Kong's like, I'm sorry.
That would be, oh my goodness. Good lord. Anyway.
And that's pretty much it.
And then of course this last shot. In theaters and HBO Max.
Oh my god, we've been doing this for an hour and 3 minutes.
I know.
We have a lot of editing to do.
I know I do. But anyway, let's stop that. No, we're going to stop. And we're going to go back. We're going to go back.
Go back to what? Oh,
here we go. There we go. All right, cool. So, yeah. That's our little breakdown of the trailer that we reacted to. This is very long. It turned out to be a lot longer than we thought it would end up being because we had a lot to say. So, yeah. This is going to be wild. This movie is going to be insane.
We're going to get the whole couch, living room set up. We're going to get speakers.
Hopefully we can get some of our friends to watch it. I put up an Instagram thing, a poll being like, oh, would you guys want to see it? Like
with us?
Yeah. Like either HBO Max through Zoom... Or like...
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. You guys watch at the same time.
Go to the drive-in that's like in South Bay. Because we live in San Diego.
I kind of want to watch it at home first.
Yeah. I mean, we live in San Diego, so we have like no access to theaters. Which sucks because for us, this is like the best way to watch it is in theaters because Oh, IMAX! Oh, my goodness. I wish, but we can't. Strict
It is
COVID
what it
restrictions
is.
in California. Sorry, did I say the disease that shall not be named? Because it's, I don't know.
Corona.
Corona. God dang it. Oh, that's too funny. Anyway, so yeah, we are very much looking forward to this movie.
Very much.
Very much. We might binge all the movies from King Kong, 1933, all the way up until the recent King of the Monsters,
So that'll be fun.
or even the anime trilogy. Who knows?
And
Yeah, I don't know. But like either way, we're gonna try to like binge like all 40-something movies combined.
oh boy.
Not in one day.
Oh, thank
but
you.
like it's just, why would I do it in one day? But anyway, yeah, that'll be fun. But either way, I don't know necessarily what to do next in terms of content for YouTube, but I will hopefully have something soon.
Do
for you
Godzilla
guys.
reviews. Watch movies and
Yeah, I mean that's a thought. I can do that.
do your own reviews.
I might do a Shin Ultraman. Not necessarily dive through. That one might be a lot shorter because there's not a whole lot to talk about with that trailer. But I am very excited for that too, which is coming out in the summer, hopefully. Hopefully in the U.S. It's definitely in Japan, but I'm not sure about the U.S. yet. So, anyway, hope you guys really enjoyed this super long breakdown. It is I, Josh, Tyler, and that's it. This is the Penrod Boys signing out.